So Roger Waters is under fire for a statement he made recently, so another day that ends in Y, basically. And this time people are mad at him for slagging on Ozzy Osbourne, who you probably know at this point passed away just a little over a month ago. He brought up Ozzy while making a broader point about how music and entertainment in general can be served as a distraction from more important issues. Same thing with celebrity culture and worship, as he also brought up Kim Kardashian and Taylor Swift. When he brought up Ozzy, he said, or Ozzy Osbourne, who just died, bless him, in his whatever that state he was in his whole life. We'll never know, although he was all over the TV for hundreds of years with his idiocy and nonsense. I'm assuming he's referring to the reality show Ozzy had, which, to be fair, I don't like that reality show either. It seemed to whittle Ozzy down to just a burnt-out, weirdo, druggy rock star to general audiences, and overall just felt really gross. Anyway, the music, I have no idea. I couldn't give a fuck. I don't care about Black Sabbath. I never did. I have no interest in wah, and biting the heads off chickens or whatever they do. I couldn't care less. Now, call me crazy or insensitive or blind fanboy of Pink Floyd and Roger Waters, but I'm failing to see why I should be so outraged over what he said here. The worst thing he says here is, I don't give a shit about Ozzy's music and Black Sabbath. Like, okay. Like, I have seen so many people on social media react to this and say, how dare he disparage Ozzy's music and downplay the impact it has had on not only the music industry, but millions of music fans around the world. Even though he didn't say a single fucking thing about the impact and influence of Ozzy's music. Nor did he say anything that could even be remotely construed as downplaying or outright denying the influence and impact Ozzy's music has had, beyond just saying, I don't like the music, which, what the fuck ever, there are plenty of bands and artists that are considered highly influential that I personally can't get into. Kiss is a prime example of this under my highly exaggerated Kiss rant from years ago. There are quite a few comments saying Kiss influenced this band, this artist, that artist, some of whom you probably enjoy, so who are you to say that Kiss sucks? I think their music is shit, sorry. You can acknowledge that a band or artist is highly influential while also not liking their music. Those are not two mutually exclusive things, and there's a quote floating around from Ozzy himself where he dismissed Pink Floyd as something like pretentious stoner college kid music. Now, Pink Floyd is my favorite band of all time, and I think that categorization is dumb, but at the end of the day, I am also a fucking adult who can handle when someone doesn't like music that I personally enjoy without flying into rage mode over how Pink Floyd is an incredibly influential band. How dare you fucking disparage them? I think this is manufactured outrage at its finest, and ironically also feeds into Roger's point about how celebrity idolization distracts people away from real issues. Because I guarantee you, a lot of the people who are so mad about this don't get nearly as worked up over real issues that go on in the world. But my fucking god, people are treating this like it's some brutal excoriation of Ozzy, and Roger's proclaiming that he's glad Ozzy is dead and his music is bad, and so his contributions were minimal. I've seen quite a few publications and clickbait YouTubers take the couldn't care less part of the quote and plaster it on headlines. I even saw one YouTube video that had that quote in big red scary letters in the thumbnail. You know, trying to make the implication that Roger said that in reference to Ozzy's death and not just making a little comment about not caring about his music. You know, feeding the outrage machine for the sake of clicks and ad revenue. Unfortunately, this is what a lot of the internet consists of now. And yes, I know, Ozzy's son Jack also went after Roger for what he said. I'll flash what he posted in response here. Hey Roger Waters, fuck you. How pathetic and out of touch you've become. The only way you seem to get attention these days is by vomiting out bullshit to the press. My father always thought you were a cunt. Thanks for proving him right. And I mean, I'm not gonna go after him for posting this. It is his father who just recently passed away who he's defending after all. If my father passed away and soon after someone ragged on him for something that maybe in the grand scheme of things is incredibly tepid, I'd probably react the same way because my father would have just passed away, I would still be grieving and my emotions surrounding him would be at an all-time high. I'm not saying it wasn't short-sighted and a little insensitive to go on this little Ozzy Osbourne tangent so soon after his death, but Roger has been a brash asshole for decades, so it's not like something like this is completely off-brand for him. Him being a brash asshole is a big reason as to why Pink Floyd fell apart for a time. So for me, him saying I don't care for Ozzy Osbourne's and Black Sabbath's music is pretty low on the totem pole of brash and assholish things he has said throughout the years. And so I find it hard to get extra mad at him for this. And hey, I love Black Sabbath, so I'm not saying all of this from the point of view of someone who doesn't like Ozzy Osbourne and his music, though personally I do like most of the Sabbath albums fronted by him, quite a bit more than most of his solo stuff. I'm just saying this from the point of view of someone who doesn't like manufactured outrage based around out-of-context quotes made to imply that something far worse was said than what was actually said in reality. And also, the interview these quotes originate from was published onto YouTube at the time of recording this video 3 weeks ago. 3 fucking weeks ago. And this is only blowing up as a big controversy now, which lends even more credence to me when it comes to how manufactured this shit is. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.